All right, fellas, so this is a 2011 Volkswagen Jetta. It's a 2.5 liter, okay? 2.5 liter. It's an SEL. This is the starter. I just removed the starter. Unfortunately, the starter went out. I was having some issues. It would start, and then it would. Sometime it'll start, and then sometime it wouldn't, and all this mess to the point it just got to, it just went completely out. It wasn't starting at all. This is the starter. It was a little frustrating getting it out, man. I'm not a mechanic. This is the first time I ever did it. But hey, I got the job done. If I can do it, you can do it, because like I said, I'm not a mechanic. So this top part right here, you already know what that is. You got to pull that off, you know. And if y'all don't know how to pull it, there ain't no screws. They just have these things right here. So you just kind of gently just pull it up, and it's gonna pop out. And you just pull up the sides, you know, pop that off. That's gonna be connected to this right here, so you're gonna pull that off. I pulled this completely off because I wanted access. I wanted more access, so I took it completely off of here. They're gonna have some what you call those brackets. I mean, you know, those clamps. You take those off, right? Get access to that. What I did is I removed this hose, the radiator hose. All my coolant came out. I didn't even have to remove that. Y'all don't have to remove that either. That was just, you know, you live and you learn, bro. You definitely, in this right here, I believe this is the power steering reservoir right here, right? So be careful. You see this aluminum hose is gonna run to the side right there. Be careful with that, man, because when I was bending it back, I bent it right here at this little bracket, or whatever you want to call that. It broke right there, and so I started leaking. You definitely want to be careful with that. Now I have to replace that, but it's all good, man. You live and you learn. Once you remove that, take the battery out. I took this out. I removed this whole thing. There's gonna be stuff connected to it like that, or remove all that, bro. Pull that out. There's 2 screws that hold it in there. Those 2 screws are like this, right? What is this? I believe this is a 10 millimeter. So you're gonna need for this job, you're gonna need a 10 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, and an 18 millimeter. This is gonna be what you're gonna need for the bottom. To get that screw out from the bottom of the car, you're gonna need this, because it's not a lot of room in there. So you're definitely gonna need something thin, flat like that, because trying to use this, it ain't gonna work for you. But you're definitely gonna need this for the top, because that screw in there is in there. The one at the top is in there. So you're gonna have to have something long enough to get in there. Bam, bam, take that off, right? So once you remove the battery and all that, there's a ground. This right here, that goes there. Take that off. You're gonna have to take that off just so you can have more access. Now, once you remove that, you have these wires. I don't know what that is. Y'all mechanics, y'all know what that is, but it's a bracket that holds it in place right here. Take that off. You're gonna have to remove that whole bracket. That bracket is actually connected to the starter. It goes on the front of the 18 millimeter bolt that you're gonna have to take off. It's in the front of that. It's a 13 millimeter, I believe. So take that off. Once you take that bracket off, you can kind of move this to the back, and bam, now you have access to your starter, right? So this is the starter. It goes in like this. So this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see it in there like this. So once you go in there, now this right here, you see this screw here? You see that right there? At the top, right? I can't point to it and hold the phone, but that screw right there, you see it right there. Okay, so that's connected to this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's connected to this thing here. So you want to remove that, take that off. Now once you remove that, man, you got access to it. So you're gonna remove the hardest thing for me. Honestly, all this other stuff was easy. The hardest thing for me was to get to these 2 bolts. That one right there, I had to find it. You got to fill up in there, get you a socket wrench, take that off, right? That's an 18 millimeter. The bottom one. Now, the bottom one you can only get to from the bottom of the car. If anybody else tell you something different, they got to show me, because it wasn't no way I can reach it from the top. But from the bottom of the car. Now, I'm a skinny guy. I'm not a heavy guy, so I can kind of see it from the bottom without lifting the car up. But if you bigger, make sure you lift it up, man, and so you can have even easier access. And like I said, you're gonna need this 18 millimeter, because that's the only space that you're gonna have. It's not a lot of space, so you're not gonna be able to get a socket wrench in there. So get this in there, bam, and take it off, man. They're long. See, these screws are long, bro. So when you taking it off, you may think that this is the nut that's holding it in, but that's not it. It's this whole thing. So what happened was when I loosened it up, it started moving. I'm like, oh man, I broke it, but you didn't, because that's welded on there. It's all together. So this is the screw. This is the whole thing. So you're gonna pull these things out, bam. Once you pull it out, man, there you go. Now you can just pull it out. The only thing is, it's not gonna just fall out. It's gonna be locked in there. Mine was. Yours may not be. Mine was kind of locked in there, so it felt like it was still a nut on there, like a bolt. I'm like, damn, man, it's not coming out. Super frustrated. So what I did, I just went on chat GBT or whatever you call it, and I'm like, man, what do you do when your starter is stuck? And they were just like, oh, it could be a few reasons, just tap it. So I went to go get me a hammer or mallet, whatever you want to use, and I just gently tapped it, bink, 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 and bam, it came out. And so there you have it, my guy. So listen, man, I believe every man, bro, we can do this. You don't have to be a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic, right? You can do it, bro. Just get out here and make it happen, man. Go watch some videos. Hopefully this video can help you, because believe me, I looked at all the videos online and none of them help. So I'm glad I got all that out. That gave me a chance to clean this motor up, make it look good in here, and hopefully we can put it back in and I can get back rolling, because I've been on the bus for a week, bro, and I'm tired of catching the bus. I need my car back, man. And I didn't want to pay the $900 or something to have a mechanic do this for me. Now, these things right here, you can go to AutoZone, you can go to O'Reilly's, wherever you go, man, they're going to have it. It's about the same price at both. Now, at AutoZone, they're going to try to show you these different ones, but just make sure you tell them exactly what kind of car you have. There's only 2 bolts. I said 3. I'm tripping. It's 2. There's one at the bottom and one at the top. That's the one you need. There's another one that they try to sell you, or they say it has 3 bolts. But, you know, for the one for our car, the 2011 Volkswagen Jetta 2.5 liter SEL, you only have 2. All right. They charge a core fee, a core charge at AutoZone and O'Reilly's. It's like $40. So these things go for 200, 203, and 204. That's what they was charging at both O'Reilly and AutoZone, plus the $40 core charge. So make sure you take this out first. Take it out first and then take it down there, man, and that's $200. Now that's gonna save you a whole lot, bro, because like I said, it's about $900 for a mechanic to do this, and you can do it for $200. So get it done, man. You save some money. I hope y'all can get y'all job done, bro. Get this replaced, and let's see what happens, man, when I try to put this back on. It's the first time I did this, dude, so I'm about to go put it back on. I'm about to go down here right now to AutoZone and go buy that last one that they have. He said he had one more. I'm gonna go buy that one, and then I'm gonna make another video on how to put it back together and how it sounds and everything, and hopefully this is the problem. This was the problem, because for me, my car wasn't starting, like I said. And then it'll start sometime, and when it started, it was like a grinding noise, and it'll start up, and I was just having issues. And then it got to the point where it just didn't start at all. And then I tried to start it one time, and it made this crazy noise, and after that, man, it just didn't start at all. I hit the start button, nothing. So I believe this is what it is. I hope I didn't go through all this and this is not the problem. That'd be crazy. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.